Greetings to my people. And this shit about to get deep. Now today's topic, we talking about the knowledge of Ausar, which is the throne of Ausar, which is really Aset because she was the seat. She was the seat of what? The pineal gland. Some say the pineal gland. So when we talking about the knowledge of Ausar, we talking about knowledge of our true self, of who we are. So this knowledge go deep because this knowledge deals with our divine self. Because the throne, anytime they say the throne, no matter what religious book, you're talking about Aset, the sacred mother. She's the seat. And nobody in African culture can get in that seat, no male, without the mother, without her. And also, this breaks down to knowledge. The knowledge is knowing. Knowing what? Yourself, which is Ausar. Your true self, which is spirit. And so now, we know this is our divine self. Knowing your divine self. Knowing who you are. Being in tune with your spirit. Being devoted to your spirit. This is your higher self. But also, this deals with physical rebirth. So as many times we will have rebirth in general, which means that we go back into the ego state where our set self, which is S-E-T, we'll just chop it off to get into our ego and be too much into our power self, into the material aspects. It'll cut us off. So sometimes we're going to need this rebirth. So this is how it operates. So nighttime really is a time for healing. You know, we say set, S-E-T, will represents the night because there was darkness. It deal with healing, you know what I mean? And it's also from perspective of this knowledge. So if you can like apply this knowledge, you can really do some things that have the powers and the potentials of Ausar. But you could also, that's why Haru come into effect and to help you, because Haru is the consciousness and the mind that helps control, set your powers, control who you are. See what I'm saying? So through Haru, and through Aset, his mother, that's why they all got the baby, got the child, because Haru learned from his mother. He learned from knowledge of his soul or the heart. So through Haru, who learned this knowledge of his mother, the nurturing, the caregiver, the magical one who brings things together, who brings unity, she's the throne. So the throne is the foundation of who? The spirit, which is our true self, which is Ausar, which is the ultimate truth. The only truth is spirit. And they took that video down that I made on YouTube about the ultimate truth. The only ultimate truth is spirit, that you can be cured of all diseases. They took that video down. I was like, wow. So right here, Ausar is our divine self right here. Because we know this here. We know that Ausar is in everything. He's in the land, the food you eat. You know, your body is a garden. And this is why it's important to eat healthy as you could. Not to say that you should be all vegan, but eat healthy as you could, and that you know how from your inner self, your inner knowing of what you feel, you see? Because Ausar is in a lot of your vegetables, your fruits, and all this helps circulate that energy. You know what I'm saying? But it started from the mind, from the knowledge of Aset. So let me read this, because you know in the 18th dynasty in Kemet, you know what I'm saying? The 18th dynasty and so on, Ausar is called the king. The force of eternity, the spirit of everlasting, who transverse millions of years in duration of his life. He's the primordial, and this primordial spirit is in everyone, in all, male or female, because the he came from the she. So he's the primordial, the first son, which means the spirit. Because anytime a spirit comes out, this is the masculine energy, because masculine energy is action that comes from the womb or the woman, which is water. So he's the primordial sun spirit of the cosmic water, the dark womb of the universe of the mother, of the cosmic mother, Nut. Nut. Still like you take the T off, you got the male version, which is Nu, like in Nubian. This is the male version, but with the T on, the T always represents the woman. Like it's the cross, like it's really not the cross, it's the cardinal points. You call it the cross of the cardinal points, which you could put an ankh there, which would be the womb. So Nut. And another thing y'all got to realize, when you add this word up, you're gonna get 10. You're gonna get 10 or the number 1, which is the sun anyway, you see? And the sun, so he came from Nut, And he's the son, the spirit of the electromagnetic force of the earth, father, which is Geb. So just like you got the masculine version of the earth, Geb, you also got the female version of the earth also. Because Aset is both. She's the higher mind, the higher self, and the lower self. She's that unity. So but you gotta understand that Ausar and Aset, they came from Nut and Geb. Because it's Ra, and then it's Ra, then it's Shu, then it's Tefnut, then it's Geb, and then it's Nut. Them the five upper energy, them just the five elements. Then made from the five elements, you got Ausar, Aset, Net, you got Ausar, Aset, Set, and Nethead, and then Haru which means Haru the elder. That's the tree of life within you. So now, as I continue to speak, so this who Ausar came from, Nut. He came from the cosmic womb, the mother. You know what I mean? The water. But also from the sun. He's the sun, because Haru is the spirit. He's the spirit of what? The electromagnetic force of who? Geb, the earth. So you feel that earth, you're talking about Geb. You call it many names, you know what I'm saying? Geb also in the female version. So you got to understand that too. Just like you got the female cosmos, you got the masculine too. You can't have one without the other. But right now we're speaking of Ausar. Ausar is the authority of the spirits, of all spirits. And he's of the spiritual bodies. He's the authority of the spirits and the spiritual bodies. You are the spiritual body. I am the spiritual body. And so Ausar is the higher frequency and the vibration of all different frequencies and spirits that come together as one. Ausar is the principles of principles. Like by you knowing Ausar, by you knowing the spirit, you feel so enlightened. You feel so powerful. You feel like nothing can stop you. It had me feeling like this. By you knowing your powers, by you knowing that Ausar is part of you. Ausar is your spiritual essence. I mean, this makes you feel powerful. Ausar is the principles of principles. He's the supreme feelings. When you feel so good, that euphoric feeling, the happiness, that spiritual enlightenment, this is Ausar. And spiritual enlightenment is knowing. Knowing who you are makes you feel good inside and out. Any place you walk into, when you think of who you are and you don't let things get to you because you know who you are, this is Ausar. This is Ausar spiritual feeling within you, you know. This is why Ausar is very important. And words are very important because Ausar, you know what I mean? As you see, is always gold and Sa like land. Gold land, gold earth, spiritual body. So Ausar is both. Because Ausar is in everything. Ausar is in another form of Ra. Like a Ra, which is energy, which is spirit, which is the sun, which I call the great spirit. And the creative powers. That's who the Ausar is, the creative powers you have. Because Ausar is in everything. Ausar is oneness of all entities combined, and also oneness of divine thoughts and purpose. So anytime you think positive and you feel good and that enlightenment within you by knowing yourself, that you feel like you're divine, this is Ausar that you're feeling. And it's through Haru and Aset that get you there. Haru is the consciousness. Aset is that soul. Aset, she's the sacred mother. Of course, she already spiritual. And that's why, like, worldwide, they embrace her. They embrace Haru and they embrace Aset. Like the Black Madonna and the kid. And you got Mary and Jesus, the mother. These the concepts where they get it from. And God, which supposed to be spirit, which we call Ausar. You know what I mean? Really, we don't use the word God in our culture. So, peace and love to you, Faith. Enjoy. Okay, Ausar is oneness of all energies combined. Also, oneness of divine or spiritual thoughts and purpose. Ausar is our divine mission. This is our mission. This is our purpose, to become one with Ausar. To walk as we are the gods on the earth and planets, feeling or feeling very spiritual. You know, walking in the spiritual light, you know what I'm saying? Feeling like we are Ausar, feeling like we are, because this is our spirit, this is our essence, this is our journey, you know? And to everything we think Ausar, the spirit, we will win. And this is spiritual enlightenment, because Ausar is the ultimate truth of all truths. And Ausar is the only truth. Like everything else is illusion. Like everything you do, you might don't think it's illusion, but it is. You know, even the half truths And lies also is illusion. The only truth is spirit. This is the ultimate truth because this is what you go back to. You go back to Ausar. You go back to spirit, like Orion. You know what I'm saying? You think of Orion when you see Orion in the sky. You know what I'm saying? This is what you go back to, the essence of who you are. You know what I mean? Right now, we are stardust right now. We are in the cosmic body, walking crystals. You know what I'm saying? You're a melanin crystal, dark crystals right now. They got many like liquid crystals within us, which is our blood, our saliva. You see, when our saliva turns into like crust, like it feel like any salts too is crystals, and sugars is crystals. You can look at it. You know what I mean? So this is a crystal world. That's why I always speak about this is a crystal world, because our saliva turn hard into crystal form. You know, so Ausar is our divine mission. Ausar is the ultimate truth of truth. And Ausar is the first truth. That I mean, and this is another form of Ra. You know what I'm saying? Many different forms of each other, which is you can't have one without the other. So Ausar is the great spirit. And that's why I need to do many others too, of the energy, so you can understand. So all day you can think of Ausar and you can activate this energy, have this energy flowing through you where you manifest things and you make things happen, you feel the divine. You're thinking of Ausar in your mind, no matter if you're male or female. You know what I'm saying? Even women, they definitely need have that masculine energy with them, just like we need the female energy with us. Like when I think of nurturing people, I think of Aset. You know what I'm saying? I think of the caregiving energy. This is how you win. You actually feel these energies. You actually see things happening for you. You just thank it. You know what I'm saying? You activate the energy. You really feel like Set is there because she is there. Or you feel like Ausar is there because he is there. These are energies. So you're activating these energies right here. So Ausar is the ultimate truth and the first truth. Ausar is the master and ruler of the world. Not only the world, but the spiritual bodies, the human bodies. Because everything is energy within us, a different vibration, different frequencies. So once you reach Ausar, you're talking about very spiritual, going back up to the cosmic Mother Newt again and Gavin and going ascending, you know? So we talking about higher frequencies right here. We talking about Ausar. Because Ausar existence is everlasting and is the Netaru or Netta in many forms. It has many attributes. And that's why you got Tahuti, which guided Ausar. Tahuti is very powerful on this plane of existence because he's the wisdom of Ausar. And I got this book right here by this white guy, E.A. Wallace Budge. I know y'all want to know why I go to this white guy. Because one thing we know, that this is evidence. So any of his race come against me, I just put him right there. Say, you got to take it up with your white buddy who say that the Egyptian was Africans. So this is the book. He got Set right here. But see, everybody thought Set was bad, but Set is powerful. And so when I did call Set was powerful, and Set actually protect your energy for real, like he protected Ra in the boat. But they never tell you that. And so they tell you that Satan is bad, but when you think of the Bible, the only time Satan do something was when God said do something. Or the mind say, Set, do it, and Set take action like that. But other than that, Set didn't do all that killing. In the Bible, most of God killing. So we're not speaking of the Bible term, but I'm giving you an example. You know what I'm saying? And showing you that Set in our culture isn't bad. It's not the devil. This is deal with like powerful energy, the darkness. And they don't really know if he was a jackal or not. You know what I'm saying? But they know that Set is one of the oldest Nettas, or Netarus. So, if not the oldest. But they try to make Set look bad. You know, they transform him, make him all type of energy, turn him to Satan, and turn him to all type of names, you know. So that's why we here, to correct ourselves, because we got the power to do that. Just like they are the author, they narrate the story, we do too. So now, Ausar, back on Ausar again. Ausar existence is everlasting, and his Netta said they got all our info. They do. But we got the power to transform like we always do, because we are the true chemists of the world, if you think of it. We are the chemists in everything we make. And I'm not even into church or religion, but even religion, no matter what we into, we make basketball, football. We can talk about the lower frequency stuff. Whatever we into, we make, which means that we transform. We the chemists. We change shit to sweetness, to chocolate. So this is what we doing now, all over. We correcting stuff and doing our thing. And it's powerful. Let's say Ausar is the god, what we don't like to call God, we say nature, or forces of nature of the dead, which means night. You see, dead in our culture, when we say dead, it is not a bad term. It means night. And you know what night means? Night is when you heal. Night is the healing process. You know what I'm saying? When you transforming, when you healing up. So also, Ausar is the force of nature. He's the force of life and light, of wisdom. He's the force of light to keep you lively, happy, to keep you in joy, excitement. Also of ascension or transformation, when you change and transforming to a better person and rebirth, which is change, something new or creating something new. So Ausar is the powers that each of us has. So he also called the great raw atom, like your atom, like the molecule flowing in the air. Because, you know, solar, when they say air ain't nothing but it's solar winds. Molecule floating in the air. You got pieces of the sun floating in the air. That's all. Hot heat floating in the air. That's all air is. So air is the sun itself. It blows like molecules and solar, you call it solar winds. So raw atom, which to give a life of light in the living and the dead. So those who when they not awoke and they sleep, it's Ausar who awake their soul. It's the spiritual essence. And so when you don't know how to move, you don't know where you're going to go, it's Ausar. You call upon, activate the energy of Ausar to guide you, to lead you. You know what I mean? To awake you, the spirit. Then next thing you know, you'll be hollering at the sacred mother, Aset, because she's the nurturer. So Ausar going to lead you to Aset, the nurturer. And then Haru, the higher mind, the consciousness to fight off the opposite force of your thinking, your bad thoughts. So, and Haru gonna lead you back to Ausar. So this is how it goes, you know. But you got input too. Input, who's the opener, who's the way. You know what I mean? So you got many other natural rules, different principles and energies to activate to give you the powers. So me, myself, I do about 20 or 30 of them. You know what I mean? I got cars or more. But there's so many different principles of energy. The same thing like how the Netarus is, the same thing how the Orisas is. Orisas, they just got different names, a different term, but all African spirituality, just like this guy here said, you found out that all African spirituality is the same. You know what I mean? This guy right here. And most people agree with him that the Egyptians was Africans. Only a few didn't. And so my thing is this. I'm not worshiping this guy, this white guy, but this is evidence against his own people. They come against me or they come against you, throw this book in their face. But they still got it on the market, you see. But we all know that the Egyptian was African. We don't got to dispute that. So my thing is this right here. We know that African spirituality is the same all over. So when you talk about Ausar, it's a spirit that talking to you, but you like to say something like Ausar Tahuti, Ausar, add on, you know, more energy to it, you know, that'll help you out, you know, like Haru. Like every day I pick a card, I flip cards. I might pick 3 cards. For example, I'm going to show you right now. Hold up. I'll show you right now these cards. Coming. Just for a moment. These 3 cards. I pick them. Tahuti, Seltman, and Moot. Moot means the mother. She's the mother. She's the protector. But you got Tahuti right here, which is wisdom. You know what I mean? Then you got Seltman. Seltman will protect you and heal you. So she's very powerful. So with this energy here, I got these all, I pick them every day, about 3 or 4, and line them up. So every day, you can activate these energies everywhere you go, all throughout the day and wherever you go. And what I'm trying to tell you right now, this is powerful. If you're really into spirituality, it will work for you. You will feel the power. You will really feel this power. No matter if you're having sex, no matter if you're cooking, no matter if you're watching TV, if you're feeling like you're about to be depressed or down, activate these energies. You know what I mean? Go somewhere and meditate for, it could be 30 seconds. Or call upon the name outside for like 10 seconds. Activate this energy. Say it to yourself lowly with nobody hear you. But it's best to do your own thing on the low one-on-one time. And that's where you feel the most power, the most enlightenment. So I had to get this book. I wasn't going to get it. But I said, why is I'm holding against this, going against this white guy when I can utilize this white guy book he do say some trill stuff in here, and he do got it spelled not only in the Horus and the H-O-R-U-S way, he got to spell H-E-R-U way too. So he got it spelled two ways. And whoever rewritten this book with him in it, or with his writing or his print, they did a great job. See all these names right here? We talking about some stuff right here. So we talking about some stuff. So I had to add something on right here. See, I write in my books, cause that way I don't have to get an extra piece of paper sometimes. Like at Harut, some say hey Thor. She's the house of Harut, house of light. And then you got Ma'at, Tahuti, and Thorpe. In Greek culture called Thorpe. That's how they do it. And Input, but in Greek culture called Anubis. Right here. Nethead. So it goes on and on and on. See Haru. So Haru is also the great spirit, another attribute. He's the protector of the mind. The soul, give you the willpower, give you the courage to fight, to stand strong, gives negative energy. So we need this. So with this being said, this is all I want to bring to you, beautiful people. It's the Ankh life, beautiful people. I'm stay working. I'm staying in my divinity all the time. All the time, beautiful people. You got to, because this is how you going to win. This is no fraud, no fake. This is something I do every day, and you should do too to continue to advance. I know a lot of you have advanced too, and that's a great thing. So much love to my people. I love y'all. Because you don't see me sometimes, but it's cool because you know I'm coming. You know, I'm not going to stop this. This journey is forever. It's forever, forever, forever. You don't stop spirituality and no light. You know what I'm saying? It's the spirit of Ausar. Yeah. That keeps you going and motivated, understanding who you are, knowing that this is your true self, not yourself. Not yourself is the throne of Ausar. That's another way to say it. The throne of Ausar, which is the throne, as I said. She's the seat of Ausar. I gotta let that out. So it's through the seat, which is, I said, that help your pineal gland sprout. Your pineal gland be full of light. You know, you get the light bulb all in your head. You feel a light bulb in your head. It's because I said she helps you get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination. It's never like one. You always thought that it's just one thing. It's oneness, but it's many parts of that one that creates the makes a body. Just like there's many parts of a TV, there's many parts of you, there's many parts of this that makes one. But it's just one body, you see? This is how it operates. But so you got Haru and the set, they work well together. They help you reach Ausar. You know what I'm saying? You need the mother, and she's the mother, the nurturer, the caregiver. He's the son. He's the child, and as he grows, the team will come different ways and become playful. Male or female, we got it all in us. We got Haru in us. We got Aset in us. So I want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to understand that. Y'all understand that this revolves around energy. I mean, don't be, to you females or women, don't be scared to say Haru, Ausar, or mess with the masculine energy, because you might need that balance, you know. I mess with a lot of female energy too, like Aset. We need that balance. This deal with energy. So I use both in balance. See my art, this Haru, hold up. Let me hold it straight. Haru, Horus. But this is all I have to really say right now. And this was a great message. Say the knowledge of Ausar. I say the throne of our true self, the throne of self, or the throne of the crown. So you call Ausar also the crown, and the throne, you know, is the seat. So who sit in that seat, we have the spirit of Ausar. You know what I'm saying? So, but also when you just talk about the physical world, we also talk about the inner world also. The seat within our pineal gland also. So this goes in all aspects. So you see, the knowledge of self is basically the knowledge of Ausar. Or we say our set is she's the throne of our true self. She's the throne. So it's through this knowledge of Aset, the sacred mother. You didn't know I was gonna say all this at the end. This wasn't just about Ausar. You see, you think it's just one piece. But Aset is the knowledge of Ausar. You can't have one without the other, really. So this is how it operates. So we all need that playful moment where we got the baby Haru, and then we need that willpower Haru. Then we need that, the higher mind that protect the spirit Haru. But also we need that sacred mother, nurture, empathic, the caregiver, and that loving energy, that caring energy. And then we need that father who give us the spiritual love, the spiritual enlightenment, the happiness, the joy. Just help us stand strong and bold. Ausar, right there. So, but we also need Set. Set. We can't forget about Set, because Set is the material body. Set is you set to serve your higher self. You set to serve your higher self in a positive way, because Set represents the power. He is like the solidness of you, but it's according to your thoughts how Set will operate. You see, you can actually become Set, or you can utilize your Set self to help you in a lot of ways, because Set did protect the Ra in the boat. He protected Ra, the sun. He protected the sun. He protected the energy from the crocodile and all that there. So he protected the energy from the crocodile. He actually did that great thing. So to show you that Set represents power. He represents the warriorness in you too. So you use that warriorness for something that's great. He represents darkness too. So with that being said, here you have it. Here you have it. So now y'all got to understand, this is very powerful stuff here. But you really feel the energy every day if you thank it all the time. That's why I say thank it in your heart. Thank it and you will be it. Thank it or you'll manifest it. That's all you got to do. Thank it all day, all throughout the day. Think of Ausar. Smile. Smile, because you're going to actually start feeling it sooner or later. Just continue to thank it and be devoted to spirit. You got to be devoted to spirit. You call it Ra, Ausar. Many names you call Ausar. A Ra, a Tum. There's many names you could call Ausar, or Amen Ra. However you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? This is still would be Ausar in many different attributes, many different forms. And Haru give you the higher mind, confidence in yourself, the strength in yourself. And Tahuti give you the wisdom, the psychic abilities to see and to dissect the code things. Aset, she do the same thing as far as the problem solver, just like Tahuti. She the one put all the pieces together when you create magical formulas and bring unity. She give you help you give you the charm and spirit. So all work in good combination together. So with our different aspects of ourselves, of who we are. And this always was African culture. We understood the forces of nature. The forces of nature ain't just outside of you, the sun, the air, the water, the earth, but the forces of nature is also within you. You also got water within you. You also need water or air to survive in this plane of existence. You need air, you need water, you need energy. You know what I'm saying? Everything based on energy. You got your energy operators, which is the stomach. So what you think, the liver, the lungs, the kidneys, all this help producing energy, you see? Which is Ra. The Ra aspects on the lower planes, it's your guts. So y'all got to understand that. And the heart is the generator. The heart make everything run smoothly. It's the mediator. So we talking about the heart, we talking about the soul. All this is metaphysics. So this metaphysics is part of who you are. Why I say know yourself. And then you can actually put energy in certain parts where you need healing at. Meditate in that area and actually feel the energy going there. You'll learn how to control the forces of your nature and forces of nature. You see, you become truly walking in your divinity, and not to think you better than others, but be acceptance of others of who they are, and understand that you're just on a higher frequency than others. That's it. And people can do the same thing as you if they do the same thing. You see, so that's the thing. We got to learn how to accept others for who they are, and I do that on every plane. I got people in my family who Christians, who Muslims, all get along with me. Don't matter who they are. But they still never, like, approach me in a way to, would I say, violation. They never do that. Because we already got that established there. I've been established that with them about who I am and what I do. But we just talk as regular people on a practical level of reality. But anytime they ask me a question that need to be answered, that's I give it to them, you know. Always be real with myself. Not always be spiritual. Nothing with I won't change like a lot of these people. They first become spiritual because they thought conscious was the thing. It ain't the movement no more because people ain't talk about it like that. But it's more spiritual now. That should have been spiritual. But they use it to benefit and stuff like that there and use it for the wrong purpose instead of for what it is, which means to be spiritual for us to really grow and elevate. It's all about self-help. This whole thing was all about self-help and helping us to reach our divinity and be happy while we on this earth and have inner peace while we on this earth. That's what this all about. And so we can have our powers and manifest things without worrying, without going through anxiety, without going through depression, without going through things because we don't have. So all of this spirituality is for that. It's for us to enjoy ourselves while we're on the earth and also to actually become Ausar, our true self, to become the spiritual self. You know what I'm saying? Our higher self, become our God self on this planet. And the way we do that is through this wisdom of Tahuti, Aset, and Haru, the energy of Haru. So this is how we do that. This is how we do it. You know, every day you got to study to improve, to better yourself. If not study, at least listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to go out in nature, you know what I'm saying? Listen to the birds or something, tap into the waters, to the air, and you feel the energy. You just got to stay in tune and be devoted to spirit. That's the main thing. Be devoted to spirit. And then this how you win. So a lot of people fall off. And let me tell you, the bad thinking, you can't do the bad thinking. We got the opposite force coming against you. You thinking all bad and stuff like that. You thinking all type of ways. You can't think like that. Like you can't say, I can't. That ain't, oh, no. We don't use the word I can't. It's I can. You see? You're already thinking bad. Then you always going to make an excuse. No, we don't make excuses. It's that, let me find a way where I could accomplish, where I could do this. You see? You got to replace that with I can. So any bad thought come to your mind, you got to check it. First you got to catch it, check it, and change it. You got to, let me say it again. You got to catch it. The 3 C's. You got to catch it, check it, and change it. Yeah. So you got to do that. Catch it, check it, and change it. Change that bad thought. You don't let this sit there and have you thinking all type of ways. Because a lot of times y'all got to say, like, why I'm thinking like this? Well, then you'll find the answer. That I mean, you find that life really beautiful. Life is really how you make it. And no matter where you live at, no matter where you be at, you have that spiritual sense about you, and you really love yourself no matter where you at. So this is what this is about. All this is about life. Life. Beautiful people living their life, about life. The ancestors with you, but you just got to take that move, that move and think divine and be divine and feel divine. Even when you eat, no matter what you do, it's divine. No matter what you do, you take a bath, it's divine. You know what I mean? You take a dump, it's divine. Everything divine. You know what I'm saying? Even when you have sex, divine. Everything you do, divine. So that's what this is about. Being devoted to spirit. The spirit is in everything. And so I know you ain't gonna constantly all the time think of the spirit. The spirit is with you no matter what. Anytime you need to go there, the spirit is with you. Just slow down and pay attention and meditate and talk. Speak it. Make the vibration come stronger. You know, speak it. You know, say, help it to vibrate because it's within you. It's the same breath that coming out your mouth. When the Tahuti, the words of Tahuti, because Tahuti is 3 times great. So Tahuti is that wisdom. You be so smart. If you want to be so super smart, call it Tahuti. And you want to walk righteousness in your smartness, call Ma'at. Ma'at Tahuti. So Ma'at. So she gonna lead you on the right path, integrity with your wisdom. So that's all you got to do. Activate this energy. You're gonna actually feel it. You're gonna think of, when you think of Ma'at, you're gonna think of truth. You're gonna think of integrity, and you might end up smiling to it and feeling good. And think of Tahuti, you're gonna think of the wise one, the messenger, where you could be able to spread the message. You get the message from Tahuti, your inner self, your true self, your intuition, and you spread the message to others, you know, and understand what a symbol is, understand what a sign is, understand what colors is and frequencies is. It's Tahuti, baby. So who was the teacher? And that's who they honor worldwide, which is Tahuti, Ma'at, Aset, Haru. These are who they honor worldwide. It's almost every culture, you know. So they also set, so every culture. So with it being said, they just got different words for our Netarus. So I thought I know I done brought y'all this light right here. As you see, Heru, the sun Netar, represents the Netar, the spirit, the great spirit. Heru Ur is everything in your cosmic body. He's all the energy combined. That's why I call Heru the elder. Heru the elder. That's Heru Ur. Heru, many different Herus. You know what I mean? Because it's meaning to all this. It's meaning to all this. Yeah, Heru the child. He's the revenge of his father. He's the revenge of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He don't let Set take over. He defeated Set. He defeated his lower self, his lower nature. He defeated his ego. You know what I mean? Because the ego is the one that helped killed is what killed Ausar, which is Set. So with that being said, once you understand this knowledge, you understand what it's about. See what I'm saying? The hawk was utilized as a netta, or God, the word for God. Also the flag, you see? Flag shaped like a 7. Yes, I mean netta rules. So with that being said, y'all understand. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. So any white person or anybody come against you, just give them this name, this book, and tell them to explain this to E.A. Wallace Budge. Because he the one that said Egyptian was African. This is African culture. He said the religion of Cyrus is African. That he said. His own self. He said the same all over Africa. East, West. So this is who you give it to. That's why I got this book. So anybody come with that BS, you just bring it to them. And so just like you got Ausar, he's Orion, you got a Set with the series. She's Series, the star series. So this how it go. You can have one without the other. So with that being said, is I King Lit who bring you this light, share, like, comment. This would it be. Ashe.